Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are finally back with some more TEW 2020, and this is our collab run where Bill and I are here to book WWE and AEW respectively. Um, I am here with Bill, of course.
Hello.
And
Am I even using red velvet?
I don't know, but
I don't think so.
we'll just adjust this because we saw it on the screen at the start, and we're gonna address a couple things that have happened in the real world since we last recorded. But first off, we have this article here where Red Velvet is using her politics apparently backstage in AEW. She's up to her tricks with AEW, using her wits to maneuver herself into some politically strong positions and connections. As
I
usual,
mean,
this
her
is
connections are not that strong because I forgot she was on my roster.
That's true. As usual, this has not gone down well with some of her colleagues. Um, but yeah, I think the first thing in terms of real life, real life stuff we'll talk about is the freshest wound. Well, not necessarily a wound. It's technically a good thing, but CM Punk was fired from AEW. We're still obviously going to be using him because we started this run in July. Um,
Yes, so as in my run, he has not yet uh, insulted or choked out Jack Perry and lunged at Tony Khan backstage at All In. Although knowing the way CM Punk behaves in these real world mods, I'm not ruling out the possibility of it happening.
yeah, I mean, if Punk does pull something, then the Bill can take care of it as they feel necessary. So
It's probably going to kick off with a fine. I tend to operate on a 3-strike system, and stuff that happens before I took over doesn't count. So brawl out doesn't count towards my strikes.
fair enough.
However, I can see Punk behaving in a manner where I fire him in game because he's gotten pretty close in my personal AEW save before I dropped it because of the confusion of trying to run 2 different AEW saves at once and not getting them conflated with each other.
Yeah, true. The other thing is just a quick condolences / rest in peace to Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt, especially Bray. It's way too young to go. Very unfortunate, sad week that was, but yeah, very
Yeah,
unfortunate.
that was a rough one.
And like with Punk, I will also, I do still have Bray Wyatt. I'm not using him right away or anything, but I will be using him in the future, and I'm gonna handle that respectfully. Um, but he will be seen in the future in this run. And I hope to use him respectfully in a way that really spotlights the guy's talents. And it's very unfortunate that we won't get to see him around in real life no more because
Yes,
he was a hell
I've
of a
heard the
talent.
ideas though, and I think Bray would like the way that he's going to be used in this save.
Yeah. So we'll see how things go down the line, but want to adjust those couple things because they are real life shifts that are different than our run, but with people we're still using. So I felt like it was good to address a couple of those things.
There's even a non-zero chance that Terry Funk shows up sometime in the future. Probably not, but it's Terry Funk. It's entirely possible he unretires again in this, and we end up using him.
Yeah, true. Oh look, Tyler Black's in need of a break. No way. No way. But anyways, that's our intro. We will come back when AEW Collision is booked and Bill will run us through a show. So we'll see you in a bit. We are back, and Bill is gonna run us through an AEW Collision. I hear
Properly timed this time.
yes. I hear Saturday nights are alright for fighting. So let us start.
Not as alright as Sunday nights in London, though. Alright, so this is just our fun little collision intro segment where different people get a chance to cut like a minute promo to the camera each. And this week we have Christian Cage talking about how he's going to retain his TNT title. And then we've got MJF talking shit about Claudio Castignoli and rest of Blackpool Combat Club, while Adam Cole is also there and trying to rein him in a bit because he's a little too exuberant in how much he hates them. And then we have Claudio Castignoli responding. Does a 54. It worked pretty well. Somehow the only person who wasn't directly the focus of one of the little vignettes is the one that did really well in the segment, but I'll take it.
Yeah. Also, funnily enough, this actually gained heat for the friggin' BCC for Spit of the New Baby storyline.
I mean, that storyline had like one bad segment before this, so I'm not surprised. And then, no, exactly the same heat, and I gained even more towards my storyline, because then we opened the show, and Blackpool Combat Club are in the ring, and they're making fun of Better Than You, Baby, and they're throwing shade at how stupid everything MJF and Adam Cole are doing is, how no one cares about watching a bunch of people goof off in like restaurants and stuff. This is a wrestling show. No one wants to see a kangaroo kick. No one wants to see a double clothesline. And then Better Than You, Baby's music hit. They come out, they do the entrance, and then they start arguing. It ends up evolving into a giant brawl. They get pulled apart, and it ends with Max challenging Claudio to show up and back it up in the ring tonight, and then realizing what he said and like trying to back out of it, but of course it's too late, and Cole's cheerleading for it to happen, so Max kind of feels like he has to go through with it.
Yeah, decent segment here. That little shit.
Unfortunately, that little shit Wheeler Yuta did terrible in it.
Yeah, he brought it down a little bit, but oh well.
The only way he's going to get better is if I keep throwing him into deep end and stuff like this.
True.
And then we get our first match of the night, which is Willow Nightingale taking on Anna Jay. And Willow wins. No one has a very good performance here, but somehow I managed to just eke out not getting criticized for putting people no one cares about on the main show. I mean, I kind of knew this match wasn't going to be great, but it's important for storytelling reasons.
At least Kevin Kelly and Nigel are working well together.
Yeah. Maybe they finally got it in this game too. And then here we have the reason why I needed that to happen. And that's, we cut backstage as Willow celebrates winning the match. And we see Don Callis, who's apparently de-aged about 40 years in that photo, and Jericho. And they're watching the match on the monitor, and they're offering constructive criticism, in heavy quotes, basically just insulting Anna Jay and talking about how great it is that they're not saddled with losers like that anymore in the JAS, and the whole thing's just Jericho putting down the JAS. Callis sucked at it, but we still pulled a 60, so...
Callis has consistently been sucking, which is a shame, because he should have better stats than this, but...
He's really good on the mic. I don't know what this mod maker was thinking.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep using him because he's good in real life. And then we get our TNT title match, where Shawn Spears faces the actual TNT champion of Luchasaurus. And they have a decent match. I mean, that's about what I expected from guys of this caliber. Well, Christian prances around outside the ring with the TNT title. And when no one's looking, Christian whacks Shawn Spears with the title. And then Luchasaurus hits his finishing move and retains the title for Christian.
Let's go.
And after the match, Christian grabs the belt and runs around and celebrates with it. And he's hugging the belt. He's crying a little bit. He's screaming like he just won the title. He's going full Lex Luger from SummerSlam 94.
Oh, that's great.
And Luchasaurus just stands there and passively while Christian acts like an idiot, and then they both head to the back. And we get a segment where it's a backstage promo with Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter, and they're responding towards the end of Dynamite this week, where even though they lost, the Outcasts were just insulting them constantly. And so they get on the mic and say that, well, if you think you can do it, you're welcome to have another match with us later tonight. That actually went pretty well. I'm going to have to use Brett on the mic more.
Yes.
I mean, I know she's a good talker, but I don't trust the mod maker to give the women proper stats for stuff like that, because a lot of the real world mods are real hard on the women workers.
Yeah. Ouch.
Oh, wow, that did worse than I thought it should. We then got a terrible match featuring Bullet Club Gold taking on the Acclaimed. And, yeah, this did awful.
What did they do to my boy Jay White?
What did they do to all of them? None of them are this bad.
Yeah.
They should not be putting out, Juice should not be putting on an 27 rated match.
Juice
Nor should Jay.
Max Caster had the highest with a 32.
I know, and the Acclaimed are former champions. They should be doing better than that. I love the Acclaimed, but they were probably the softest AEW champion so far in the tag division. But still, they shouldn't be putting in 32s. 40s I accept, but I mean, I guess this is what I have to work with. And Billy Gunn did awesome work at ringside. Which is good, because I've got to send him out there, so I'm glad the game registered that he was supposed to be there. And after the match, as Bullet Club Gold celebrating the ring, you can see us clearly expecting better performances from them, because I'm starting them on a pretty prominent program, but hopefully that'll elevate them somewhat. After the match, Cash and Dax come out on the stage and start kind of mockingly clapping for them. And just staring them down, they start yelling at FTR about how they deserve a title shot. Juice gets really worked up and flings Card Blade up the aisle at them. And FTR hold up their titles and walk to the back, not really impressed with the threats coming from Bullet Club Gold. But this is starting to set up my tag match for All Out, because unlike Tony, I'm not going to cram my entire build into 1 week.
Fair.
And then we get the tag match that was promised earlier. And this actually did pretty well.
And the Outcasts didn't perform as well as they could have.
No, I know. It's the different Outcasts team. This time I had Ruby Soho and Toni Storm taking them on. And Toni Storm got the pin. Oh, I've got to put Britt Baker loses. So, Toni Storm got a win over Jamie Hayter. Off the strong zero.
I mean, we can kayfabe that, or just pretend that Jamie.
No, I'm gonna let Jamie lose, because that actually works out all right for the storyline. And yeah, this did pretty well. I'm just looking if there's any really interesting notes. Outcasts were off their game, so we could have probably gotten a higher. Everyone probably could have scored in the 40s except for Jamie if the Outcasts performed better. And then we go to our main event. Maxwell Jacob Friedman taking on Claudio Castignoli for the World Heavyweight title. Claudio looks really good in this match because, I mean, ROH champion, I had to keep him strong too. But in the end, Max does enough and beats him. Somehow Max is using a swanton bomb.
I was waiting for you.
Which a man that's terrified to dive through the ring ropes as he breaks out a fucking swanton bomb. I can only assume Adam Cole was responsible for that somehow by encouraging him from outside.
Yeah, I was going to say, Adam really having an effect on him here.
Adam's like, do it! And finally Max does it and wins the fucking match with it. I love that.
Adam's like, I thought you just do a fucking splash. Oh, shit.
Overall, I'm really happy with that show.
Yeah, decent. You got popularity in 8 regions, only lost in 1, so that's not too bad.
Yeah. And I mean, a 52 is low for what I'm used to booking AEW, but I have to keep reminding myself, this is a small-sized AEW instead of the medium I was booking in my personal save.
Yeah, exactly.
And that side difference really matters for
a lot of
match ratings. Yeah, like 50s and 60s are good here, whereas in my other save, it's like, oh, well, that underperformed.
It's a big difference in how much you draw and your ratings for both matches and segments, and a lot of things. So
it's funny. I'm actually drawing about the same number of people.
Soon you should be able to. Yeah, you're drawing pretty good for small. But
this game has weird.
It might be because you're
attendance settings.
It might be because you're high up in the company wars too. That might make a difference.
It probably does, and I think I looked at it earlier. I think the economy in the southeast where I'm booking my shows is really hot right now.
Yeah, it should be. That makes sense.
It should be, and I think the mod maker had it right because I looked up online what it was supposed to be for this mod, and that would explain a lot.
You'll probably hit...
Because I know I probably will hit medium pretty soon.
Yeah. Because you keep gaining popularity, so...
It would be ideal if I hit medium before I'm doing all in, so I don't have to gimmick Wembley, because, spoilers, if I can't get to medium, I can't do a show in London, so I'm going to fake it with a show in the Southeast if I have to, and just say it's Wembley in kayfabe, because there are limitations on a small company that don't affect real AEW.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, pretty good.
And I don't feel like fighting the game engine too much on this. This is supposed to be fun.
Yeah, exactly. So that was a pretty good episode of Collision, and we will be back tomorrow night, Sunday night, with Money in the Bank. So stay tuned.
Unless, of course, we get some news during the day that something happened, or... So otherwise, yeah, we'll be back Sunday. See you then.
Yeah. Hello, buddy, and welcome back. Welcome to Money in the Bank. We are in London. Well, we're in England somewhere. I forget the place now, but we're gonna start the show here and simulate. So we open the show with Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is defense number 13 for Seth. He pins Finn Balor after, well, Seth didn't use the underhanded tactics like the game says. Technically, it's Damian Priest accidentally hits Balor, but it is a bit of a tainted win. Balor screwed a little bit. But the Judgment Day storyline with Seth has gained some heat here. Got the show off to a strong start. I opened with a match here, and the crowd is buzzing. So yeah, Seth has retained his title, and he's we're in Chesterfield, Derbyshire. That's where we are. But Seth's got retained his title here, and he is ready for a break, I think. So there we go. Pretty good. Solid start. I'll take that. Next up, we got LA Knight. Cut a promo. We got a few promos building up to the Money in the Bank match later in the show. LA Knight's here. He runs down his competition. Calls Logan Paul in for the Winston loser. Says Ricochet's flippy shit isn't going to get him the win tonight. Says who cares about the LWO. This is LA Knight's show. But, yeah, solid. I'll take this. Hopefully, once I start using LA Knight, or his stuff will do a little bit better than this. I'm going to need a little more from him, but that's solid. Okay, we've got the first Money in the Bank match of the night with the woman kicking it off. Io Sky and Selena Vega were off their game, but I guess that doesn't matter for Io Sky because she wins the Money in the Bank. She wins the Money in the Bank. Becky Lynch carried the match in terms of performance, unsurprisingly, to be fair.
Oh yeah, Io was really off her game.
I guess so.
Only putting in a 44, that seems like really low.
She must get normally around a 50 or something then.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, not bad. I'll take a 50 for this. I kind of wasn't even expecting that good because I know how women's performances can go in these type of mods. Logan Paul gets a pre-match Money in the Bank interview. He's just he'll probably. Oh wow, he did really fucking good. He got me a 60 here. He probably throws a snake back at LA Knight. I don't have anything at you made up. He will say that he is gonna be the one walking out of here with that briefcase. And then we go next into Dominic Mysterio versus Cody Rhodes. Another thing that actually did better than I expected it to. Cody has been feuding with Dominic and Rhea here. And this will end that storyline as we move on to greener pastures here soon. Cody made Dominic look particularly strong, which is very kind of him. Rhea Ripley did good work at ringside. Dominic and Rhea have good chemistry, which makes sense.
Cody, I mean, that rating is all Cody.
Yeah, it is.
Dom had a 31. Cody drugged the match up to a 58.
During the match, Rhea interfered and did attack Cody, but he ended up overcoming it. He beats Dominic with a crossroads clean. Pretty good match here. A solid win for Cody on a pay-per-view. So, yeah. Cody Rhodes kindly used his superior skills to make Dominic Mysterio look particularly strong. The match was better as a result. Thanks, Taker.
Oh, and I guess Taker passed his test as a road agent.
I guess he did. That went really well. Now we have an impromptu segment, not anywhere like something that happened on the real card, which is Kevin. Oh, the Imperium storyline advance and gain heat for some reason here. That's cool.
Because Sami and Kevin are both in the Imperium storyline.
And they both rule. They got me a good segment here. They come out for 10 minutes, and Kevin is like... Kevin and Sami on Raw teased that they had an announcement on for the pay-per-view, and Kevin kind of looks at Sami. He's like, Sami, I find it interesting that everybody else around here is getting new titles but us. Where's our damn new titles? We're the tag team champions. We are the undisputed tag team champions. In fact, we have both the Raw and SmackDown belts. And Sami, Kevin, we're playing up to Kevin's like anger management issues gimmick, and just it's just realistic gimmick of just pointed out stuff. So he kind of like, where's our new belts? Actually, Sami, I got us new belts. He throws the SmackDown and Raw belts down. And new tag titles are unveiled for both brands. On the Raw brand, we'll now have the World Tag Team Championships. And on the SmackDown brand, we will now have the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championship. And Sami's like, so Kev, are we still gonna defend both these? And Kevin's like, of course we are, Sami. And so Kevin and Sami are still gonna hold both the belts. They're gonna defend on both shows. And yeah, new tag titles. And this angle got the crowd hotter, which is what I wanted. And Kevin Owens is great. Both of these guys rule. This went how I wanted it to, so perfect. New tag belts. Everything else has gotten a redesign lately, so I want to redesign the tag belts, and yeah, it made sense for me. And I got Kevin and Sami on the show, which is always a good thing for me. So yeah, this is what I expected from this one. For the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, the belts that are fucking cursed, we had Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler defend successfully against Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. Ronda ended up getting the win when she made Raquel tap with an armbar. This defense number 7 for Ronda and Baszler. Liv Morgan should have better stats than she does in this, by the way. But our storyline advanced and gained heat. This is not.
I don't know, because here, like, Liv isn't that popular. She's a good wrestler, but not a lot of WWE fans give a shit about her.
Yeah, well, not as
And a
much
lot of the
anymore. She
rating
had a good
plays
run
into how
last year.
popular they are.
That's true.
Yeah, and then as soon as that run was over, people stopped thinking about her.
That's true. That's pretty fair. Yeah, that didn't actually underperform. This is what I expected from this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
I mean, it could have done a little better if Shayna and Ronda actually had a good match,
if
but
they decided
we
to
know
work that night.
we know Ronda doesn't want to work on pay-per-views.
Yeah. We got our last of the pre-Money in the Bank interviews. None of these people have pictures, pretty much. But we just Santos backstage. He cuts a little promo for a minute, and we have the LWO come in, kind of give him a little love and kind of huddle up before the match. And Ray's like, "Good luck, buddy. You've got this." And Carlito gives him a bit of tap on the shoulder too, and the others are just kind of there. Selena's like, "You got this." Like, yeah, they're all just there to support Santos and hope that he gets the Money in the Bank tonight. Yeah, this went about as well as I expected to, but this is just for storyline. Pete Dunne is the first to come out for the Money in the Bank. But who we think is Butch is the first to come out for the Money in the Bank match. But he's back to being Pete Dunne. Hallelujah. We're in England and he's back to being Pete Dunne. This is what they should have done.
Elaborate entrances always suck in this game.
Yeah. I just did it to do it. Because I wanted Pete Dunne back.
There's like one very specific product that they work in, and otherwise they just always bomb.
We now have... Oh, I just saw something that's really not good for me. Damn it. Anyways, that ruins some fins probably. But I'll talk about that in a second. We have the men's Money in the Bank match. We have the 7-man here. We have Pete Dunne, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ricochet, Santos Escobar, Damian Priest, Logan Paul, LA Knight. LA Knight, yeah, gets the briefcase by knocking up the side of Logan Paul's head with that goddamn briefcase and making him fall through a table or something. Just something real simple but effective. And the crowd goes crazy. Hypothetically. Because even though he's a heel, he's fucking over. Well, in real life now he's a face, but he was a heel at this point. But yeah, instead of Damian Priest, in my world, LA Knight gets the briefcase. Damian sure does deserve it too. But I'm doing different shit. So, and this did fine. I'm good with this performance. Oh yeah, Rhea was that ringside for Damian. Interesting. Flow of this match was hurt because some workers have little no involvement. I literally only put that on Logan, but ouch. LA Knight needs to pick up his performance a little bit, but hopefully his gain in popularity will help that. And the thing that hurts me that I was talking about before is Santos Escobar has apparently sustained a mild concussion. So that is very bad because I had plans for Santos. So this will probably sideline those for a while.
Hopefully not too long. It's only mild.
Yeah, at least it's not.
I know severe's like a year.
Severe's like a year. Mild's probably the medium one, so it still could be a little bit.
I'm thinking like a month.
We'll see after this, I guess. LA Knight just celebrates in the ring for a few minutes after his big win, and everybody's living it up, and yeah.
I think his boost in popularity did help a bit because he already got a better rating on that segment than his interview earlier.
He did. His hard push is coming now. Excuse me. Next up, our penultimate matchup of the night, we've got Matt Riddle facing Gunther for the IC Championship, and Gunther makes defense number 63 of the IC title, beating Matt Riddle by choking him out here. The storyline gained heat, but too bad it's over. Yeah, solid match. I'll take it. That's fine. Then, oh my God, Drew McIntyre's back. He's made his return in England. And he's returned to Derbyshire. So Drew comes out, makes a grand entrance, returns.
I mean, it's not really worse than his return in London like it really was. Scottish.
Yeah, true. They face off. To face off, come nose to nose. Drew goes to leave the ring, but he quickly turns around and hits him with the Claymore and fucking lays Gunther out. Next up, we go backstage to see Jey Uso is preparing for his main event match here with his cousin Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the bastard. That is the bastard.
No, that's Pac. I have him, not you.
Roman Reigns. And now we have a video package that plays to nice of it to lose heat, but oh well.
Video packages also always bomb.
I know, but it felt appropriate for this. Jey Uso.
That's why I make my own.
And then we get our epic main event. That kind of disappoints a little bit, but oh well.
Are you sure it's not 98 WCW where you have the like really, really long main event that no one cares about?
Well, you know.
I don't actually know why that's so low. It's all green.
Yeah, I don't really know either, because Jay didn't have a bad performance or anything either, so...
Yeah, I got 51, like, that shouldn't be a 54.
We're just gonna kayfabe that Jimmy Uso wasn't there, by the way. That wasn't planned. I forgot that they're managers for each other, but... Jey Uso gets pinned by a spear after interference with Solo Sikoa. Sikoa hits Jay with the Samoan spike. Well, actually, you know what? We'll run with the Jimmy thing. Jimmy was here, but he shows up and runs Solo off, but it's too late because Solo's already got his shit in, so that's fine. But Jay looks like
I think we'll have to work. I think you'll have to work with Jimmy being there because he actually boosted the match.
Yeah.
So it would be like a 50 if he wasn't there.
Jimmy was there. He helps run Solo off, but it's too late because he got the Samoan spike in. Jay looks like he might come back. He gets like a super kick in or whatever, but Jay's too overcome from the damage that's been done throughout the matchup, and Roman gets a spear in. The 1, 2, 3. The reign of terror continues. Roman Reigns is still the undisputed WWE.
I actually can't believe Roman only did a 68 too.
Yeah, and he didn't have.
That seems low.
It does seem a little low, but oh well. I don't know why. It doesn't really make sense. It might just be because the match type I chose. They just didn't have strong enough psychology, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Anyways, that was Money in the Bank. We'll click this, see how I did. I lost popularity in 56 regions. Nice. I've just done nothing but lose popularity so far, I think. But, well, I might have gained a little on one show, I forget. But, yeah. I will make a speech, because I like to make speeches at my pay-per-views. We're going to give Jay some encouragement. We're going to... You know what? We'll also give LA Knight encouragement. And then... who had a really good performance on this show? Oh, Cody. He made Dominic look good.
Yeah.
So
Cody deserves it.
We'll
hold him up as an example or something, because he did.
Or an example. That's a good point. Point out
because he didn't just have a good performance himself. He put over one of the young guys, which is something you want to encourage backstage.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll make this speech. Jey Uso seemed pleased. LA Knight seemed pleased. Cody Rhodes seemed pleased. There we go. Alrighty, that was Money in the Bank. Are we gonna do Raw, or should we end it here?
I say we call it there. It's been like 2 hours already.
Yeah, Money in the Bank. I had it booked out, but it still took longer than expected. So we're gonna.
It takes a long time to book a pay-per-view.
It does, to be fair. Yeah, we'll end this episode here. We might just look at... I kind of want to see and show the crowd how long Santos is out, I think. So we might just check...
Yeah, we'll see how long Santos is out before we end it.
We just won't cut here. We'll just keep going. I think...
Actually, do cut, just in case something that spoiler comes up.
Fair. Okay, we'll be back when we can show you Santos. 1 sec. So we always... Bill's player 1, so I always click on Tony first, just out of instinct, and it turns out to be important that I did it anyway, because Jeff Jarrett wants to retire, so which we fully got a note onto here, so
yeah, so we're going to have a little conversation with Jeff, and see if I can talk him out of that, because I want to use his merry band of carnies.
Yeah, we need a Bree-woo guy here. Jeff. Okay, talk to worker. So the
Yeah.
thing with this game is you can try to talk people out of retirement. So we're gonna go the career. I'd like to consider you moving close to ROH. Now, I'd like you to reconsider your upcoming retirement. So let's click this and see what he says. Sorry, I'm not willing to reconsider. Retirement is the right decision for me. Well,
I guess it's a good thing I didn't put the carnies on that Dynamite have got booked.
yeah, I guess so.
Because apparently Satnam Singh will now never get booked on my shows.
I guess
Jay Lethal will occasionally get used, but Satnam Singh will never get used without Jeff Jarrett.
I guess this is gonna change some plans for good old Bill.
This is a sad day in the world of wrestling.
Yeah.
I actually had a lot I wanted to do at Jarrett's faction.
Damn, a sad day in the history of our sport. Where's JR when you need him? Yeah.
Dynamite.
Anyways, we'll be right back. I'm gonna switch over to my view now, and we'll be back to check out what's going on with Santos. We are back. Oh, I clicked some shit. There we go. So Santos is out, but with the mild concussion. But since it's mild, he's only gonna be out for a week. They're expecting, so that is great news because I have plans for this guy. We are gonna do something. This is Monday, week 3. I believe if I send Seth now, my SummerSlam is week 3, but it's that Sunday. So if I send Seth on vacation for a month from now, he should be back in time for SummerSlam. So I'm gonna do that because this boy needs a break. He's been working hard. So we'll show you guys that too, and then we will end this episode off.
I just noticed we can end on a questionable high note because we can give people a chance to take a look at the card for Slammiversary too.
Oh,
They ran it against you.
Jab. What am I looking for? Talk to worker. I think no, it's not that. It's this one. We're gonna send.
Yeah, it's give time off.
Yeah. Paid time off. Yes. I wanted to make sure I had only month there. Yep. He's given time off. We're going to exit out of that. Okay, perfect. And
he should be back just in time for your go home Raw.
Yeah. And we will check out Slammiversary since Bill had to go and bring it up. We'll start from the pre-show going on.
Well, I noticed it because you clicked on it by mistake when you're... That was the thing you clicked on when you accidentally clicked off of the injury notice.
Pre-show Champagne Scene, whoever that is, defeated Kevin Knight. At least Kevin Knight got on the show. Angels defeated Aiden Prince, so at least Angels went over. Giselle Shaw defeated Jody Frat. That actually probably would have been good, but not in this game. Chris Bay defeated,
I'm not surprised it got a 32.
Chris Bay defeated Yuya Yamura. That also would have been really good. Ace Austin.
That one I am a little surprised about.
Yeah, Ace Austin and Ashira defeated Trey Miguel and I can't pronounce that. Sorry, Bhupinder Gujar. Decay defeat Violent by Design. I'm kind of surprised that wasn't on the main show, but I mean, it didn't deserve to be. Killer Kelly defeated Savannah Evans for the opening on the main show. Good to see Killer Kelly go over. Steve Macklin defeated Laredo Kid by DQ. My brain shut off. Mickey James defeated Tasha Steelz in a cage match.
I'm shocked that did as bad as it did.
Me too. I can't pronounce his last name. Former Aiden English, Kushida, and PCO defeated Sami Callihan and Swinner and Dice by countout. That would have sucked. Besides seeing,
yeah, they should have switched the score for Mickey James in that match. That would make more sense.
Yeah, that would have been a shitty match. Besides getting to see Kushida and PCO on a team, Nick Aldis defeated Mike Bailey. That's a based match. Eddie Edwards defeated Taylor Rotunda. That's Bo.
Not a base match.
Huh? Okay. I have to look at that off screen. Frankie Kazarian and Rhino defeated Jonathan Gresham and Heath. And Alex Shelley defeated Rich Swann to retain the Impact World title.
Yeah, how the hell did Bo end up in Impact?
We'll have to look at that. Anyway, guys, we're going to end this episode off. I believe this was episode 4 of this series. So, pretty good show. We got a Collision in, and we got Money in the Bank 2023 in the books. So, now when we return, we'll be back with Monday Night Raw. We'll also get a Dynamite in, at least those two, depending on how fast they go. And then I can finally start booking stuff I just want to do myself. So, it'll be more exciting going forward. Anyway, guys, we will see you all in the next episode, and peace out.
Have a good one, everyone.